아, 오케이.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious fermenting it. No, ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right, nothing down to fuck all borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open.
But somehow, you know what it is. A caprice committing a motor carriage. hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom come. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest for quite a long time, still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier. Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you you're hanging by a thread here. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scary. Oh my God. You can't stop. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now. It belongs in the new, the 3rd decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the Revachol, your city. That meant only one thing. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression, looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find that. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Hello, officer.
51년. 2051년이구나.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
디스코 댄서.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 20. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir.
난 경찰관이구나.
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no
기억이 다
less.
사라졌네, 얘가.
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age. She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
경찰을 안 좋아한다.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky.
노조.
They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
레바쇼.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. There was the usual ruckus, loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, a slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want... I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it. Glad to have been of assistance.
The door is closed.
기염르밀리요. 와, 이게 뭐야 다? 와, 생각. 내 방이잖아.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast ocean. Of course, at this point, precise measure through a PA system by other people. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of it looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola. The part of the world, the small steel tag says as much. The great skua.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
얘들 경찰이구나.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Right. And the interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just here. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol.
That's right. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard. During that time, the victim had been stripped of... Okay then. Was there anything else you... No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted? Good. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence.
Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting. He simply nods.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. If you insist. What do you want to know? No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it's like you're locked down. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small... We all have our different mediums. His...
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents. I've never been to Seoul. I'm
A point of pride to him.
Good. Let's change the subject.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What? What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but...
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporary.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later...
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First...
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind.
I don't know who killed him.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The Unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of...
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment... Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but... Well, what are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or... Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency, 100...
The cafeteria manager stands. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have. There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe...
Yes?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the...
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the kid is obviously high.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
There he still is. Look.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long...
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. 6. An aberration, light as air, even impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 4.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the... Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Either way. What else?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid palette, easy on the eyes, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think. You see a set of tire track cop habit. This isn't case related.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble, focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is...
A moment passes. The lieutenant
Ora.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
레바쇼.
Silence. No one answers. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beep indicates that you ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone. All you hear is static. You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a light. You hear static from the intercom speak. You can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks,
it's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally again.
she sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read silence. No one's home. Silence. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. This button looks new, but someone.
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one. Silence.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a...
Yes, that's exactly it. If you say so, sir. Can I help you with it? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Welcome to Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled?
She smiles and nods, seemingly with... You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you...
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Thank you.
Talking is always good. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular poly. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine, aside from poking at it suspiciously.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to... I already told you, it's just a storage room for him. Just let it go, officer.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
No! Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays, guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism.
Wow, Void raves.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. Most certainly not. I don't want any...
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one.
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's... Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and...
Oh!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent.
What is this place? No, it's a gym. I doubt the electricity still works.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the wind. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where... It's dark. This would be a lot. I've got one in the kinema's toolbox. We should go back for it before we continue. No.
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight. After you've acquired...
It's dark. This would be a lot. I've got one.
Some areas...
Hello again, sir.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Can I help you? What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest... They come here in the evenings. Dumb...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. if not...
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this.
Another thing. Great. I love that. Yes? Absolutely.
Absolutely in the question. First we find Your body is ready, sire.
Yes. Have you got a lot? A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window. Like what?
The bed is cold and not...
The option to go to sleep becomes available.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme. You clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that do... You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, they gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared, maybe. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually... Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Sure.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have cops.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling reply.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like, why we're not allowed to make... We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have...
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you?
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems more brutal,
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Hola, wandering man. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment. You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but yes, Al-Ghul.
It means alcohol.
Correct, my small skull servant. Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam Al-Ghul have fed your people. Go on. Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. You gave the world eugenics, electricité, and powerful weapons of war, like you dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the You will be superseded.
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor. Enough with this begging. You should leave this. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. The best idea. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stad, you know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotvoldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, in some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parade.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassels and...
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic meat. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retro. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, and the latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite subtype B are the unheroic races. Amorph.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officers.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advance. The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite, its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Sip Revacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But that's...
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over. Like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chessmen. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. The revolution is fatal familial in some. Enough of Tibet. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic lesser races like the Mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a Mesk woman and a Simonese man. Only possible, the Mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with it.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood. Then there is the Simino Koiki Kaimira. That is understandable. Were there more fortunate tips? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to... don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race, Mr. Claire is a man of vision. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much.
Measurehead stoically looks to the distance, in silence.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
There always is.
Race is reality.